Hello and thank you for watching Astana Times Now. I'm your host, Chris Stanton. In this broadcast, we'll look at the EBRD's new strategy for Kazakhstan, the future of Kazakhstan's OPEC oil output, and a celebration of the United States' independence at Expo 2017, among other stories. Let's get started. The European Bank of Reconstruction and Development Board of Directors recently approved a 4-year investment policy engagement strategy for Kazakhstan. The EBRD has invested $8 billion in Kazakhstan, making Kazakhstan one of the bank's largest investment markets, according to the EBRD. Let's hear more about the strategy.
There is more work to do in Kazakhstan. I know that the government and companies are strongly committed to further development of their sectors. The new EBRD strategy provides an opportunity to help Kazakhstan to achieve such a level that the country has the potential to become one of the most competitive countries in the world. In recent years, investments have been directed toward public utilities and small businesses. 267 million cubic meters of clean water is in production every year, which provides an overall access to tap water to almost 1 million people. And the program for small businesses named Women in Business Program has already had its fruits by lending 12,000 loans for $41 million. Kazakhstan was isolated from all the big cities of the world. This all changed when the development of the Silk Road Initiative came into play. What used to be a weak point in Kazakhstan has become a strong base. Kazakhstan is the first country on its way from China to Europe along Silk Road. This gives vast opportunities for the country. This provides opportunities to develop infrastructure and logistics. It's a great opportunity to develop the new financial center of Astana. I see the new financial center of Astana as one of the central hubs of the Silk Road.
Kazakhstan has set aside 3 billion tenge for no-interest loans to help small and medium-sized businesses. The loans will be issued at a maximum of 500 million tenge and will focus on innovative companies. A 2-month application period begins August 2nd. Let's hear more.
After the conclusion of the contract, the project will be under strict monitoring. There is full control over the terms of the contract in accordance with the business plan of the company. If it is not carried out as promised, then the company has an obligation to pay back all the money that was allocated from the state budget. In addition, a penalty will be imposed for failure to comply with the terms of the contract.
Kazakhstan remains committed to its obligations under the global oil output deal between OPEC and non-OPEC members, which lasts until April 2018, Kazakhstan's energy minister announced recently.
The energy minister said OPEC countries can begin preparations to increase production and that there will be no extension to the agreement after 2018 or changing the depth in the number of oil cuts. Under the current agreement, Kazakhstan has reduced oil production by 20,000 barrels per day, and Russia has cut production by 300,000 barrels per day. Non-OPEC oil-producing countries have also cut production by 558,000 barrels per day since the start of the OPEC agreement.
The European Bank for Reconstruction and Development has invested 500 million euros and backed another 200 million euros in loans to develop green energy in Kazakhstan. Despite Kazakhstan's climate being ideal to produce solar power, the majority of its energy comes from fossil fuels. The Deputy Director and Directorate General of the European Commission for Energy, Gerasimos Tamos, recently discussed ways to boost Kazakhstan's percentage of energy from renewable sources.
Astana is a new and innovative city. Along with the policy of the Kazakh government, there is a great potential for development. But at the same time, it is necessary to develop not only Astana, but also pay attention to the modernization of other cities and stick to environmentally friendly solutions during the construction phase.
Shymkent inventor Makshat Joldasov has created a generator powered by wind that has the appearance of a tulip bud. The device's plastic blade pedals are noise-free and can create 2 kilowatts per hour of electricity, enough to power a large home. Joldasov tells us more about the generator's capabilities.
My wind solar generator should provide more energy to our state, and the leftovers of the electricity can be used for nearby villages. Even small farms are able to use this generator as a cheaper and more affordable source of energy. These settings rotate in any direction of the wind. With these settings, you can adjust the wind, that is, to direct it exactly where you need it. Maksat adds that unlike other wind power generators, his device can be stopped if winds reach a speed that can damage the generator.
The National Accreditation Center, which helps Kazakh companies bring products to market and promotes those products internationally, recently approved a strategic development strategy for 2017 through 2019. The center also plans to improve its accreditation process to speed product exports. Maksut Umirkhanov, General Director of the National Center of Accreditation, tells us more.
The protocols are issued mainly for fish and fish products, meat and meat products, sausages, milk and dairy products, honeybee grain products. Our products have been exported to Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, Afghanistan, China, Japan, Iran, Serbia, Spain, Russia, Belarus, Azerbaijan, Georgia, and Poland.
The United States Pavilion at Expo 2017 hosted events in July celebrating the United States' independence, which the country celebrates each July 4th. North American and Kazakh musicians presented traditional and modern music from the two countries, as well as a unique fusion of American and Kazakh cultural traditions. American singer Maya Azusina and the Astana Bluegrass Survivors Band also performed. Azusina described her time in Astana.
This is my first time in Astana, and I'm very pleased that the United States Embassy in Kazakhstan gave me an opportunity to become a part of this event at Expo 2017. I am from Brooklyn and I play around the world. Music empowers me, it helps me feel free. During my stay here, I will also sing with Kazakhstan musicians. It will be a combination of traditional Kazakh instruments in my vocal style in pop, soul, and hip-hop. U.S. Ambassador to Kazakhstan George Kroll also spoke during the Independence Day events, saying, quote, "Kazakhstan, like America, has set high goals for itself and for all of the humanity since independence, and the exhibition Expo 2017 became a real reflection of this desire." The United States and Kazakhstan have been strategic partners since 1992 and recently celebrated 25 years of bilateral relations.
And finally, this year's Expo 2017 isn't just for adults. Expo organizers have created a one-of-a-kind play center for children ranging from preschool to teenagers. Let's hear what some of the children had to say.
There is a very big slide at the top. You have to climb to get to the top, and once you get to the top, you can slide down the big slide. It's a big challenge to make it all the way up there. There in the big sphere called Nuralem, it is so big. It is so scary when you go all the way to the top and try to go slide down the slide. I even have an Expo medal. I went to a concert and I sang, and I was given one. Kazakhstan has never installed this kind of kids park equipment before. Not only the children are delighted, but also parents enjoy their kids are having fun. Some came back 3 or 4 times just because of the children's park.
Thank you for watching Astana Times Now. Stay tuned and we will see you next week with the latest in Kazakh news.